When shall we three meet again in thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath,
There to meet with Macbeth.
I come, Grey Malkin.
Paddock calls.
Anon.
Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
Almighty Macbeth.
Wait, Mega, who are you in the scene?
I don't know.
Damn, what happened to you guys?
We fought in a war.
God, it was the biggest war I've ever been in.
So what happened?
I am in so much pain, for I have been stabbed 60 times in the chest, and it was a great war. They had 400 troops coming eastward on us, flanking our starboard troops, and and the whole while I was mounted on my trusty steed, and I yelled to my men, "Blarg!" And this young chap over here said, Macbeth said,
We got this, fam.
and then he proceeded to spin around and win this gosh dang war. Macbeth is the god dang best soldier I ever did see.
Wow, Macbeth is great.
Macbeth is great.
You're definitely gonna die.
Oh, I got stabbed so many times in the war.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou? A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I, are the which the rump-fed rayon cries, her husband's to a leap bow gone master o' the tiger, but in a sea I'll hither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind,
Thou art kind,
and I another.
I myself have all the other, and the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know. I'm the shipman's card, I will drain him dry as hay. Sleep thou shalt neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live a man forbid. Weary nights 9 times 9 shall he dwindle, peak and pine. Thou his spark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have.
Show me, show me.
Here, I have a pilot's thumb, wrecked as homeward he did come.
A drum, Macbeth doth come.
The weird sisters hand in hand,
Postures of the sea and land, thus do go about. Thrice to thine and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9. Peace, the charms wound up.
A forest called to forest. What are these so withered and so wild in their attire, and that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on't? They view, or are you aught that man may question? You seem to understand me, by each at one her chappy finger laying upon her skinny lips. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak if you can, what are you?
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? I, the name of truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly ye show? My noble partner you greet with present grace, in great prediction of noble having, and of royal hope, that he seems wrapped withal. To me you speak not, if you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail!
Hail, hail.
Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, through thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail!
Stay, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. By Sandel's death I know I am Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief. No more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or why upon this blessed health you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you. Into the air, what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they had said it.
Were such things here as we do speak about, or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And the Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so?
To the self-same tune and words, who's here?
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success, and when he reads thy personal adventure in the rebels' fight, his wonders and his praises do contend, which should be thine or his. Silenced with that, in viewing o'er the rest of the self-same day, he finds thee in the stout Norwegian ranks, nothing afeard of what thyself didst make, strange images of death. And thick as hail came post with post, and every one did bear thy praises in his kingdom great defense, and poured them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into his sight, not pay thee.
And for an earnest of great honor he bade me, from him call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which addition hail, most worthy Thane, for it is time.
What can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in the borrowed robes?
Who as the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life, which he deserves to lose, whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did the rebel, with hidden help and vantage, or that with both, he labored in his country's wreck. I know not, but treason's capital confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Listen, Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings, when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less harm?
That trusted home might yet enkindle you onto the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor, but 'tis strange, and oftentimes to win us our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles to betray in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word I pray you.
Two truths are told, as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. Cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it be given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield such to that suggestion, whose horrid image don't unfix my hair, and make my seated heart knock at my ribs? Against the use of nature, present fears are less than the horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is fantastical, shakes so my single state of a man that function is smothered in sunrise, is nothing but what is not.
Look how our partners wrapped.
If chance will not have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir.
New horrors come upon him, like our strangers' garments cleave not unto their mold, but would the aid of use.
Come what may come, time and hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor, and dull my brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered, where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us toward the king. Think upon what hath chanced, and at more time, the interim whether weighed in. Let us speak and free our hearts to each other.
Very gladly.
Till then, enough. Come, friends.
Macbeth and Banquo, you guys did a great job in the war.
Thank
Especially
you.
Macbeth.
We're awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. It's great. No, but I'm good. I'm good where I am now in my life.
No, it's fine. The
Yeah,
old
we're-
Thane of Character confessed everything, and so I think that you should be the new one.
No, but like, you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. Lady Macbeth is happy right now. We're cruising. We can stay where we are.
Okay, well, I'm just happy to tell everyone my son is going to be the next king.
Wow. Love you, Dad.
Thanks, son.
Thanks.
And I think I want to give you a bunch of stuff. We're
Really?
going to build a statue of you.
No, I'm good.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to build you another restaurant.
Well, I mean, I got enough franchises on my hand, but I'm good.
So would you like to be the new Thane of Quarter?
You got me thinking on that one. That one sounds
Is it?
interesting. I think I might have to take you up on that offer.
No, but I'm just choosing my son because I think he's the best selection.
Look at him.
But
Yeah, look at
He's
him.
got no meat on his bones. I'm not gonna serve you to my family. Why do you want him to be the king when he looks like this? He couldn't even eat him.
Every time I look at him, I see
Fish.
myself.
Hey Angus,
Hey.
did you catch the ball when I threw it to you?
No, but I caught the big game yesterday.
Wow, there was a big game yesterday.
that means a lot to me, but I really think that we should spend more attention on. I was high the whole time.
We can't use that for a school movie. Hey, speaking of news,
Have you heard of the big game, guys? It's a long.
what's the weather like out there? Did you guys catch the game last time?
The big game.
Biggest I've seen. They had some big jousting competition.
Yeah.
Well, it was really long. And
How long?
Round. Round.
I am upset by this happening of events. I'm not gonna be king. This irks me off.
Glamis thou art in Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised, yet I do fear thy nature. It is too full of thou milk of kindness, to catch the nearest away. Thou wouldst be great, and art now without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou hollily, wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win, thou'st have great Glamis. Thou which cries thou must do, if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do, than wishes thou should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits into thine ear, and chastise the valor of my tongue, all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical and aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Is it not thy master with him, who, were't so, would have informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true, our Thane is coming. One of my fellows had the speed of him, who, almost dead for breath, had scarcely more than would make up his message.
Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits, that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the top full of direct cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctions visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect in it. Come to my woman's breast, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances, and wait on nature's mischief. Come thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell. that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of dark to cry, hold, hold. Great Glamis, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future is in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when he goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall the sun morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters to beguile the time, look like the time, bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue, look like the innocent flower, but the serpent under it, that's coming, must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
Wow, this is such a lovely castle. It's in such a nice spot.
There's birds in thy castle.
Yeah.
It must be a nice castle.
Dad, I love this castle.
Oh, here comes the hostess of this lovely castle. Thank you so much for having us, Lady Macbeth.
Thanks for coming. It's such an honor to have you. It's so great to have you here. You're the best guest ever.
Where is Macbeth? I was hoping he would be here, but he's not.
We're your servants, so you can use anything at our house.
Take me to Macbeth. I want to see Macbeth.
Okay, let's go. He's up here.
Man, I really wish I could kill Duncan. But like, he's in my home, and he trusts me. I can't do that to him.
Hey babe, what's up?
I don't know if I can kill Duncan.
I thought you were a man.
What time is it?
I am a man, but I just can't do it. He trusts me too much. Okay, fine, I'll do it.
That's right.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12. Hold, take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. Take thee that too. A heavy summons lie like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers, restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Give me my sword. Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir? Not yet at rest? The king's abed. He hath been in unusual pleasure, and sent forth great largesse to your offices. The diamond he greets your wife withal. By the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content.
Our will became the servant to defect, which else should free have wrought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sister. To you they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend in some words upon that business, if you would have the time.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent, when 'tis, shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but still keep my bosom franchised, and allegiance clear. I shall be counseled.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir, likes to you.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible, to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain? I see thee yet in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Chink. Thou marshalst me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still. And on thy blade and dudgeon, gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now o'er the one-half world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, whose howls his watch. Thus, with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides, toward his design moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabouts. And take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whiles I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go and it is done, the bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace, it was the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman, which gave the sterns good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge of snores. I have drugged their posets that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What? How?
Alack! I am afraid they have awaked, and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark! I laid her daggers ready. He could not miss him. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. My husband?
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did you not speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended?
I.
Hark! Who lies in thy second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in sleep, and one cried murder, that did wake each other. I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and addressed them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen the other, as they had seen me with these hangman hands, listening their fear. I could not say amen, when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
I had most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat. But wherefore could I not pronounce amen?
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, Sleep no more! Macbeth does murder sleep! The innocent sleep, sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care. The death of each day's life, sore labor's bath, balm of hurt minds, great nature's second course, chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, Sleep no more! To all the house, Glance hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy thing, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickeningly of things. Go get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hand. Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go! Carry them and smear the steepy grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think what I have done. Look on't again I dare not.
Infirm of purpose! Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears the painted devil. If you do bleed, I'll glid the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is't with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? Ha! They pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? No, this hand will rather the multitudinous seas making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber, a little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. Hark, more knocking! Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking, I would thou couldst.
I'll be right there.
What took you so damn long?
Sorry, I was trashed and watching Netflix.
Well, where's Macbeth? Macbeth, where's the king?
He's right over there in his room sleeping.
All right. Holy shit, the king is dead. What? Pull the fire alarm, guys. The king's dead. What's going on? The king is dead. The guards killed him.
I killed the guards. I couldn't stand looking at them. I was so angry.
Why would you do that?
Help the lady!
Whoever did this is gonna try and kill us too. We're his sons. They're gonna come for us too. We have to run.
Alright, let's start running.
Okay, let's go!
Yeah, Ross, Duncan is dead.
Why?
It was those guards. They were drunk, and Macbeth killed them.
Why did they kill him? Why did he kill them?
Duncan's sons ran away. I wonder if they were the ones who killed him.
They must have been. Does that mean Macbeth will be king now?
I guess so.
Perfect. Everything the witches said about Macbeth came true. It's like he's gonna try and kill me next so the rest can come true as well and my sons won't take his place.
Yo, Banquo, my guy, what's up? I'm throwing a party tonight. You should come through.
You know, I will. I'm just renting out this afternoon. I'll be back though for tonight. Okay?
Gotcha. I'll see you tonight, bro.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Hey, King, what do you need? I need you to murder Banquo. Why? He's our enemy. He wants to kill me. We need him dead.
Alright, as long as I get paid.
Has Banquo left the court? Yes, but he'll be back tonight. Can you go tell the king I'd like to speak to him for a few minutes? Yes, no problem.
If you've gotten what you wanted and you're still not happy, then you've spent everything and you've gained nothing. It's better to be the person killed than to be the killer and be tormented with anxiety. What's going on, my lord? Why are you so sad? You keep thinking about the things that the people that you killed. Those thoughts should have been gone a long time ago.
I have slashed the snake, but not killed it. It will heal and be as good as new, and will be threatened by its fangs once again. But the universe can fall apart, and heaven and earth crumble before I'll eat my meals in fear and spend my nights tossing and turning with these nightmares I've been having. I'd rather be dead than endure this endless mental torture and harrowing sleep deprivation. We killed those men and sent them to rest in peace so that we could gain our own peace. Duncan lies in his grave through with life's troubles and he's sleeping well. We have already done the worst we can do to him with our treason. After that, nothing can hurt him further, not weapons, poison, rebellion, invasion, or anything else.
Put on a happy face, my dear. Be all nice and cheerful for the guests.
That's exactly what I'll do, my love, and I hope you'll do the same. Give Banquo your special attention. Talk to him and look at him in a way that will make him feel important. When in a dangerous situation, where we have to flatter him and hide our true feelings.
You have to stop talking like this.
Arg, I feel my mind is full of scorpions, my dear wife. You know that Banquo and his son Fleance are still alive?
But they can't live forever.
That's comforting. They can be killed, it's true. So be cheerful. Before the bat flies through the castle and before the dung beetle makes his little humming noise to tell us its nightmare, a dreadful deed will be done.
What are you going to do?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the dead. Come sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with my bloody invisible hand, cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickness in the crow makes wing thou rocky wood. Good things of day begin to drop and drowse, whilst night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvels at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So preeth go with me. It's better you don't know about it until after it's done, when you can applaud it. Come night and blindfold the kind-hearted day. Use your bloody and invisible hand to tear up Banquo's lease on life, which keeps me in fear. The sky is getting dark, and the crow is returning home to the woods. The gentle creatures of the day are falling asleep, while night's predators are waking up to look for their prey. You seem surprised at my words, but don't question me yet. Bad deeds force you to commit more bad deeds, so please come with me.
Who told you to join us?
Macbeth, don't worry, he's with us. He got the same orders as us.
Alright, it's still light out, so Banquo should be on his way. Listen, I hear horses.
Hey, let me get some light.
That must be him. The rest of the guests are already inside.
You can hear the sounds of the horses brought to the stables by the servants. It's almost a mile here to the palace gate, but Banquo usually walks from here to the palace.
Here comes the light. Here comes the light.
That's him. Prepare yourselves.
It'll rain tonight.
Then let it rain.
Treachery. Leave. Run away.
Who put out the light? Wasn't that the best thing to do? There's only one body here. The sun ran away.
We failed in half our mission.
Well, let's go tell Macbeth anyways and tell him what we did accomplish.
Okay.
You know your own degrees. Sit at first, and at last hearty welcome.
Thanks
to your majesty.
Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends, for my heart speaks they are welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their hearts' thanks. Both sides are even. Here I'll sit in the midst. Be large in mirth, and we'll drink a measure around the round table. There's blood on thy face.
'Tis Banquo then.
This better be without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats, and yet he's good. That did the like of Flans, if thou didst. Thou art the non-peril.
Most royal sir, Flens escaped.
Then come my fit again. I had else been perfect, whole as marble, found as the rock, as broad and general as the casing air. But now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo safe?
Aye, my good lord, safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trench gashes on his head, the least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies, and the worms that's fled. Hath nature that in time will venom breed. No teeth for the present. Get thee gone tomorrow. We'll hear ourselves again.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer the feast is sold. That is not often vouched, whilst 'tis a making. 'Tis given with welcome to feed where best at home. From thence the sauce to meat is ceremony. Meeting were bare without it.
Sweet remembrance. Now good digestion wait on appetite, and health on bowls.
May it please your highness sit.
Here we had now our country's honored roof. There were grace person on Banquo present, whom may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity of mischance.
His absence, sir. Lay blame upon his promise. Please, your highness, to grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here's a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is that moves your highness?
Which of you has done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou cannot say I did it. I never shake. Thy gory looks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you, keep sit. The fit is upon a thought. He will again be well, if much you note him. You shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not. Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one, that dare look on, which might appeal the devil. Paul the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which, you said, led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts. Impostors to true fear, which well become a woman's story at a winter's fire, authorized by her grandam. Shame itself. Why do you make such faces when all's done, you look but on a stool?
Priest, see there, behold, look, lo, how say you? Why what care I? If thou canst not, speak too. If charnel houses and graves must send that we bury back, our monuments shall be the maws of kites.
What quite unmanned in folly?
If I stand here, I saw him.
Fie, for shame!
Blood hath been shed ere now. I, the olden time, ere human stepped at the wheel. Aye, since too, murders have been performed. Too terrible for the ear, the times have been that when the brain were out. If the man would die, and there an end. But now they rise again, with 20 mortal murders on their crowns, and push from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have strange infirmity, which is nothing to those who know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I'll sit down. Come, give me some wine. Fill full. I drank to the general joy of the whole table, and to the dear friend Banco, whom we miss. And all him we thirst, and to all.
Our duties and the pledge.
Avaunt, and quit my sight. Let the earth hide thee. Thy bones are marrowless, the blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes. Wilt thou dost glare with?
Think of this, good peers. But as a thing of custom, 'tis no other. Only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare, I dare, approach thou with the rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros and the higher-end tiger? Take any shape but that, and the firm nerves shall never tremble or be alive again. And dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit them, protest me, the baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence. Why so being gone? Am I a man again? Pray you, sit still.
You've displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting, with most admired disorder.
Can such things be, and overcome like a summer's cloud with the special wonder? You make me strange, even to the disposition that I owe. When now I think you can behold such sights, and keep the natural ruby in your cheeks, when mine is blenched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health. Attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
Have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. The stones have been known to move and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have by maggot pies, coughs, and rooks brought forth the secretest man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning, which is which.
How sayest thou that Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you send him here, sir?
I hear it, by the way. I will send. There's not one of them in his house. I keep a servant fed. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the weird sisters. More shall over they speak, for now I am bent to know, and by the worst means, the worst, for my own good, all causes shall give way. I am in blood, stepped up so far that, should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as goer. Strange things have been in head, that will go to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures, sleep.
Come, will to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is in the...
Why, how now, Hecate? You look angrily. Have I not reason, bedoms as you are? Saucy and overbold, how did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death? And I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all arms, was never called to show my part or share the glory of our art? And, which is worse, all you have done hath been but for a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful as all others do, loves for his own ends, not for you. But make amends now, get you gone, and meet at the pit of Acheron. Meet me in the morning, thither he will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide, everything and charms beside. I am for the air the night I'll spend, unto a dismal and fatal end. Great business must be wrought ere noon. Upon the corner of the moon there hangs a vaporous drop profound. I'll catch it ere it come to the ground. And that, distilled by magic sleights, shall raise such artificial sprites by the strength of their illusion, shall draw him on to his confusion. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear. He hopes above wisdom, hope, and fear. And all you know, security is mortal's greatest enemy. Hark, I am called, my little spirit, see, sits in a foggy cloud and stays for me.
Come, let's make haste. She'll soon be back again.
My former speeches have but hit your thoughts, which can interpret farther. Only I say things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Marry, he was dead. And the right valiant Banquo walked too late, whom, you may say, if to please you, Fleance killed. For Fleance fled. Men must not walk too late. Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and for Donalbain to kill their gracious father? Damn it, fact. How did it grieve Macbeth? Did he not straight in pious rage the two delinquents tear, that were the slaves of drink and thralls of sleep? Was not that nobly done? Aye, and wisely so, for 'twould have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. So that, I say, he has borne all things well, and I do think that had he Duncan's sons under his key, and an't please heaven, he shall not. They should find what 'twere to kill a father, so should Fleance, but peace! For from broad words and cause he failed, his presence at the tyrant's feast I hear, Macduff lives in grace. Sir, can you tell where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds his due of birth, lives in the English court, and is received of the most pious Edward with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing takes from his high respect. Thither Macduff is gone to pray the holy king upon his aid, to wake Northumberland and warlike seaward, that, by the help of these, with him above to ratify the works, he may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets bloody knives, do faithful homage and receive faithful honors, all which we pine for now. And this report hath so exasperated the king that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did, and with an absolute, Sir, not I. The cloudy messenger turns me his back, and hums, as who should say, You'll rue the time that clogs me with this answer.
And that well might advise him to a caution, to hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England, unfold his message ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country under a hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with him.
I'm off to see the witches. Boy, I sure am witch number 2. I love being a witch.
I do too. I'm a witch.
Why are you here? To discuss witch things.
Oh, do you mean like these kind of witch things?
What is it you're here to see?
Something from our prophecy?
That would be easy. Yes! Let's make a potion.
Let's put this stew in motion.
I like locomotion.
Say, fellas, this smells great.
Is it quinoa? Yeah. Good potion.
Zippity-doo-dah-day.
That's a fun potion.
Every time you come in this side of town, we always make something good for you to drink.
Really?
Yeah. You want some?
Looks pretty gross. Is it healthy?
It's not about healthy or unhealthy. Is
it quinoa?
It's more just a matter of you're gonna drink this now.
What had he done to make him fly to land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom! To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion and his titles in a place from where hence himself does fly? He loves us not, he wants a natural touch, for the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her young ones in her nest against the owl. All is the fear, nothing is the love, as little is the wisdom, where the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest coz, I pray you, school yourself. For your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves, when we hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea, each way and none. I take my leave of you, shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease, or else climb upwards, to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessings upon you.
Father he is, and yet he's fatherless.
I am so much a fool should I stay longer. It would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Sirrah, your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what they get, I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird, thou'st never feared the net, nor limed the pitfall, nor the gin.
Why should I, mother? Poor birds, they are not set for. My father is not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how wilt you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell again.
Thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet I faitheth wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Ay, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they be all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools, for there are liars and swearers enough to beat the honest men and hang up them.
Now God help thee, poor monkey. But how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you'd weep for him. If you were not, it would a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talk'st.
Bless you, fair dame. I am not to you known, though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not found here, hence with your little ones. To fright you thus methinks I'm too savage. To do worse to you were fell cruelty, which is too nigh your person, heaven preserve you. I abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I've done no harm. But remember now I am in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up with that womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayst find him.
He is a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shag-eared villain.
What? You egg? Young fry of treachery!
He has killed me, mother. Run away, I pray you. Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us, rather, hold fast the mortal sword, and, like good men, bestride our downfall and birthdom. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland and yelled out like a syllable of dollar.
What I believe, I'll wail, we know, believe. And what I can redress, as I shall find some time to friend, I will. What you spoke, it may be so, perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet, I am young, but something you may deserve to him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge, but I shall carve your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance even there where I did find my doubts, why in the rawness left you wife and child, those precious motives, those strong knots of love, without leave talking? I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but mine own safeties. You might be just, whatever I shall think.
Bleed, bleed, poor country, great tyranny. Lay thou thy basest shore, for goodness dare not check thee. Wear thou thy wrong, the title is afeard. Fare thee well, lord. I would not be the villain that thou think'st, for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east to boot.
Be not offended, I speak not as in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal there would be hands uplifted to my right, and here from gracious England have I offer goodly thousands. But for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before, more suffer, and more sundry days than ever, by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean, in whom I know all particulars of vice so grafted, that, when they shall be opened, Black Macbeth will seem pure as snow, and the poor state esteem him as a lamb, being compared to my confineless harm.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name. But there's no bottom, none, in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust, and my desire all continent impediments would overbear that did oppose my will.
Better Macbeth
than such a one to reign.
Boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne, and the fall of many kings. But fear not yet. It take upon you what is yours. You may convey your pleasures in a spacious plenty, and yet seem cold. The time you may so hoodwink. We have willing dames enough. There cannot be that vulture in you to devour so many as will to greatness dedicate themselves, feeling it so inclined.
With this there grows, in my most ill-composed affection, such a stanchless avarice, that I, were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels and the other's house. And my more having would be as a sauce to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious root than summer seeming lust, and it hath been the sword of our slain kings. Yet do not fear, Scotland hath foisons enough to fill up your will, of your mere own. All these are portable, with other graces weighed.
But I have none. The king becomes graces, as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of several crime, acting in many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
O Scotland, Scotland!
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live. O nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant bloody sceptred, when shalt thou see thy wholesome days again, since that the truest issue of thy throne, by his own interdiction, stands accursed, and does blaspheme his breed? Thy royal father was a most sainted king, the queen that bore thee, often upon her knees than on her feet, died every day she lived. Fare thee well. These evils thou repeatest upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. O my breast, thy hope ends here.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath for my soul, with the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of these trains hath sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over-credulous haste. But God above deals me between thee and me. For even now I put myself to thy direction, and unspeak mine own detraction. Here abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself from strangers to my nature. I am yet unknown to woman, never was forsworn, scarcely have coveted with mine own, at no time broke my faith, would not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was with this upon myself. What I am truly is thine and my poor country's to command, whither indeed, before thy here approach, old Seward and 10,000 warlike men, already at a point, was setting forth. Now we'll together, and the chance of goodness be like our warranted quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. 'Tis hard to reconcile.
Well, more anon. Comes the king forth, I pray you?
Aye, sir. There are a crew of wretched souls that stay his cure. Their malady convinces the great assay of art, but at his touch such sanctity hath heaven given his hand, they presently amend.
I thank you, doctor.
What's the disease he means?
'Tis called the evil, a most miraculous work in this good king, which often since my here remain in England I have seen him do. How he solicits heaven himself best knows, but strangely visited people, all swollen and ulcerous, pitiful to the eye, The mere despair of surgery he cures, hanging a golden stamp about their necks, put on with holy prayers, and 'tis spoken, to the succeeding royalty he leaves the healing benediction. With this strange virtue, he hath a heavenly gift of prophecy, and sundry blessings hang about his throne that speak him full of grace.
See, who comes here?
My countryman, but yet I know him not.
My ever-gentle cousin, welcome hither.
I know him now. Good God, be times removed. This means that makes us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rent the air are made, not marked, where violent sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. The dead man's death knell is scarce asked for who, and good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps die or ere they sicken.
O relation, too nice and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker, each minute seems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace?
No, they were well at peace when I did leave him.
Be not an eye-guard of your speech. How goest?
When I came hither to transport the tidings, I have heavily borne, there ran a rumour of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witnessed the rather for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight, to doff their dire distresses.
Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us seaward and 10,000 men, an older and better soldier none that Christendom give out.
Would I could answer this comfort with the like, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause, or is it a fee grief, due to some single breast?
No mind, that's honest, but in it shares some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle's surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered, to relate the manner whereon the quarry of these murdered deer, to add on the death of you.
Merciful heaven, what man never pulls your hat upon your brows, gives sour words, the grief that does not speak, whispers the overfought heart, and bids it break.
My children too?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence, my wife killed too?
I have said.
Be comforted. Let's make us medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. All my pretty ones, did you say all? Oh, hellkite, all? What, all my pretty chickens and their dam at one fell swoop?
Dispute it like a man.
I shall do so, but I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things were that were on the most precious to me. Did heaven look on, and would not take their part? Sinful Macduff, they were all struck for thee. Not that I am, not for their own demerits, but for mine. Fell slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Let not thy heart enrage it.
Oh, I could play the woman with mine eyes, and braggart with my tongue, but gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front, bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself within my sword's length set him. If he escape, heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is not but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheers you may. The night is long that never finds the day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her night gown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Yet all this which while in most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature to receive at once the benefit of sleep and do the effects of watching in this slumbery agitation. Besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, you, here she comes. This is her very geese, and upon my life fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She has light by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but their senses shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is a customed action with her to seem that this washing her hands. I've known her continue to this a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Why then, 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and a feared? What need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands never be clean? No more, oh that, my lord, no more, that you mar all with that starting.
Go to. You have known what you should not.
She has spoke.
The smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh.
What a sigh is there! The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well.
Pray God it be, sir.
This disease is beyond my practice, yet I have known those which have walked in their sleep, who have died wholly in their beds.
Wash your hands, put on your nightgown, look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Bank was buried. He cannot come out on his grave.
Even so?
To bed, there's knocking at the gate. Come, give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she the divine than the physician. God, forgive us all. Look after her. Remove her the means of all annoyance and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has mated, and amaze my sight, I think, but dare to not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Syward, and the good Macduff. Revenges burn in them for their dear causes, would to the bleeding and the grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood shall we well meet them. That way are they coming.
Who knows if Donalbain be with his brother?
For certain, sir, he is not. I have a fying of all gentry. There is Seward's son, and many unrough youths that even now protest their first of manhood.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane, he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad, others that lesser hate him. Do call it valiant fury, but for certain he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands. Now minutely revolts upbraid his faith breach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him, like a giant's robe, upon a dwarfish thief.
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there?
March we on, to give obedience where 'tis truly owed. Meet we the medicine of the sickly weal, and with him pour we in our country's purge each drop of us.
Or so much as it needs to do the sovereign flower and drown the weeds. Meek we our march towards Burnham.
Bring me no more reports, let them fly all, till Burnham would remove to Dunsinane. I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall ever have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. My mind I sway by, and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt nor shake with fear. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon! Where got'st thou that goose look?
There is 10,000
Geese, villain?
soldiers, sir.
Go, prick thy face and overread thy fear, thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers patch? Death of thy soul, those linen cheeks of thine, are counselors to fear. What soldiers way face?
The English force, so please you.
Take thy face hence. Satan, I am sick at heart. When I behold Satan, I say, this push will cheer me ever, or deceit me now. I have lived long enough, my way of life is fallen into the sere, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends, I must not look to have, but in their stead, curses, loud not deep, mouth, honor, breathe, which the poor heart would fain dine and dare not. Satan!
What's your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord. Which was reported.
I'll fight till my bones, my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor. I'll put it on. Send out more horses. Skir the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow. Raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon her heart.
Must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs. I'll none of it. Come, put mine armor on. Give me my staff. Satan, send out. Doctor, the thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to the sound and pristine health. I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. Pull tit off, I say. What rub, senna, or what purgative drug would score these English hence? Hear'st thou of them?
Aye, my good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death and bane, till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Where I from Dunsinane away and clear, profit again should hardly draw me here. Please stop.
Cousins, I hope the days are near at hand, that Chambers will be safe.
We doubt it nothing.
What wood is this before us?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our hosts and make discovery. ear in report of us.
It shall be done. We learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dusanane.
'Tis his main hope, for where there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt, and none serve with him but constraint things, whose hearts are absent too. Let our just censors attend the true event, and we put on industrious
certain issues must arbitrate towards this advance to war.
Woo!
Their army's fucking trash.
I'm Satan.
Investigate that.
What am I investigating?
That. You know what to investigate. It's your job.
Okay.
Go do your job.
Are you okay? Are you choking? Are you choking? You call 911 and you get an AED. I'll start compressions. Your wife's dead.
Life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Huh?
Bro. Do you want a beverage?
Sure. Thanks, bud. Yeah. Burnham Wood's coming.
What? Burnham Wood!
Bezos.
King, answer me.
We're close enough now. Throw down these branches and show them who you are. Uncle Seward, you and your son will fight the last battle. Brave Macduff and I will do the rest according to our battle plan.
Good luck. If we meet Macbeth's army tonight, let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Blow all the trumpets, they loudly announce the sound of blood and death.
They have tied me to a stake, I cannot fly. But beer-like, I must fight the course. What's he that was not born of woman? Such a one, am I to fear or none?
What is thy name?
Thou it be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name is Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorrent tyrant. My sword, with my sword, I'll prove the lie thou speakest.
Thou wast not born of woman, but swords I smell at, weapons laugh to scorn. Brandished by man, that's of a woman born. That way the noise is. Tyrant, show thy face. If thou be'st slain, and with no stroke of mine My wife and children's ghost will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched kerns whose arms are hired to bear their slaves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge. I sheath again, undeeded. There thou shouldst be. By this great clatter, one of the greatest note seems bruited. Let me find him. Fortune and more I beg not.
This way, my lord. The castle is gently rendered, and tyrants' people on both sides do fight. The noble thanes do bravely in this war. The day almost itself professes yours, and little is to do. You must have let your foes strike behind us! Enter, sir, the castle.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword, while I see lives, the gashes, do better upon them?
Turn, hellhound, turn.
Of all men else I have avoided thee, but get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words, my voice is in my sword. Thou bloodier villain, than terms can give thee out.
Thou losest labor. As easy mayst thou the interchant air, with thy keen sword impress as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou hast served tell thee Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be that tongue that tells me so, for it hath had me my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believe, that palter with us in a double sense, that keep the word of promise to our ear, and break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and look to be the show, and gaze o' the time. We'll have thee, as our rarer monsters are, painted upon a pole, and under it, here, may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble's curse. Though Burnham would become to Dunsane, and thou oppose, being of no woman born. Yet I will try the last, before my body. I throw my warlike shield, lay on Macduff, and damned be him the first cries, hold, enough.
Okay. I with the friends we miss were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and yet by these I see so great a day as this is cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man. The which no sooner has his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station which he fought, but like a man, he died.
Then he is dead?
Aye, and brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Had he his hurts before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish them to a fair death, and so now is no.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and paid his score, and so God be with him. Here comes newer comfort.
Hail, king, for so thou art. Behold where stands the usurper's cursed head. This time is free. I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl, that speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire laud mine. Hail, King of Scotland.
Hail, King of Scotland! We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves, and make us even with you, my thanes and kinsmen. Oh, henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honour named. What's more to do? Which would be planted newly with the time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad, that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who as 'tis by stealth and violent hands took off her life. This, and what needful else, that calls upon you, by the grace of grace, we will perform and measure time and place. Thanks to all at once to each one whom we invite to see us crowned as Phil.
It's so great to have you. This is the greatest gift ever to have you stay at our house.
Where's Macbeth? I thought I would arrive here before him, but he moves swiftly. Where?
Who put out the light? Wasn't that the best thing to do? There's only one body here. The sun ran away.
We failed half our mission.
Well, let's just tell Macbeth and tell him what we did accomplish.
Okay.
Let's go. No, I...
Look at this. It's here.
It is the greatest gift ever to have you stay at our house.
Where's Macbeth? I thought he would be here. Wow, this is such a lovely castle.
There's birds in that castle. It must be a nice castle.
Action.
Shit.
Are we restarting?
No, we're keeping that in the scene.
Okay, good. Restart. Action.
Duncan's dead.
Who killed him?
It was those drunk guards, and Macbeth killed them.
How?
No.
What do I say after
This
that?
is supposed to...
Look at each other and action. Okay, that's good.
Whoever did this is gonna try and kill us too. Where's Sun? They're gonna come for us too. We have to run.
Alright.
Guys, the king's dead. The guards killed him.
I killed the guards. Oh my god.
Yeah,